Alright everybody, and welcome back. We are doing the finale to the NGC submission video, finally. Alright, so here's what we landed on. Gonna do this beautiful 1971 Denver $50. Gorgeous condition. Now worth a whole bunch of money, but I mean, of course, if it's in a higher mint state, it's gonna be worth some money. So, we'll see what that connects to. Again, this is mostly for science, so you guys can understand how to submit your coins to NGC. Gonna do one each of the different types of the San Francisco business strikes that Leanne sent us. So we have the best San Antonio missions, the best River of No Return, and the best American Samoa. Okay. And then, of our silver proof sets, we're going to do all 5 of the quarters. Okay. For prosperity. And we're going to do the $50. All right. Let's get into it. Alright, here we go. So the first thing that I noticed logging into our NGC account is that we have to renew our membership. Now, I talked about this in pretty good detail in one of the previous videos. Go ahead and check that out if you want some more information about it. But, as discussed, we're going to go ahead and select the middle tier here, Premium, for $129 for 1 year. Best part about it is this $150 credit right here with NGC. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's determine our tier. Gonna be pretty easy. It's not like we're big balling here. We're just gonna be doing the modern for now, because it is the cheapest. Of course, we have that $150 credit currently. So modern is US or world coins 1955 to present. No patterns, die trials, etc. Of course. Value up to $2,000. And I believe that is, yes, per coin. And it's going to be $17 a pop, but of course we do have that credit. And turnaround is 12 days for US and 12 days for world, and tokens 12 days, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like it's pretty much 12 days all the way around. Next comes the fun part, submissions. Just to go over this page a little bit real fast. Submission tracking, of course, you can view the status of your current submissions, which, again, NGC is extremely fast at getting these graded, which is pretty nice. Submit to our US office right down here. You can do the form either online or fillable PDF. Either way you want to do it. I prefer online. If it's easier for you to do the PDF, of course, you can pop that up on your computer and print it out. Also, of course, down here we have related links, how to package your coins for submission, submission form instructions, all that fun stuff. But I will show you how to package that when you hit online right here. It's just going to have you confirm like a name, your address where you want your submissions shipped to. Just to make sure, of course, when they are shipping them back that there will be somebody there to sign for it. So if you have a P.O. box, make sure that your post office has the okay to sign for your package when it comes in, or somebody is there to actually sign for it. Or, of course, if you're not there, you can always go and pick it up from the post office later, but it has to be signed for. It is sent back registered mail. Alright, past step 2 here, of course, we have step number 3. This is where we actually create the invoice itself. Okay, right here, tier, just confirm that it is modern for the $17. Services, we're not going to have any services, but just so you guys kind of get a quick overview of what the services are, of course, we have Mint Error, Variety Plus, Crossover, Regrade, Tokens and Metals, GSA, of course, for those Morgans and Peace dollars from the government, Scratch Resistant Holder, Double Thick Holder, Oversized Holder, and Mega Holder. Now, these are all additional costs on top, of course, the $17. So, like, if you're doing let's say a mint error, it's going to be the $17 plus $15, which is actually extremely reasonable. PCGS charges quite a bit more, at least the last time we checked they did. This is actually a pretty good deal. But as we said, anyways, no service here. Nothing that we have is an early release. Nothing that we have is a first release, so we just make sure none is hit there. Label name, nothing special. I'm not going to do any special labels. They already automatically do some pretty awesome labels for free. You know, like if you're doing the West Point quarters and stuff like that, they'll have special designations and special labels, so not really worried about any kind of special label on that. NGC certification label types, additional services. Okay, this right here, this NGC certification label types, this of course is a hot link to show you all the different labels. Again, went through all of those in a previous video, which I will link in a playlist throughout this video and also at the bottom of this video. Additional services, scratch resistant holder, return mint packaging. This is right here. This is in case you just send them something that is, let's say, in a proof set or mint set or whatever. Typically proof set, you can send them the entire thing and they'll break it out for you. Imaging, if you like the imaging, photos and all that fun stuff, which of course we don't. We're not worried about that. Alright, so come down here, create invoice. Alright, so let's start with that beautiful 1972 Denver $50. Quantity, 1, of course. Tab over, date, 1972. Mint mark is going to be a D. Tab over to denominations, I always put just 50 with a C, 50 cent. Tab over, it's mint state. This is where it asks if it's mint state or proof. Of course, just put MS for mint state, PF for proof. Tab over, nothing in the variety. We're not doing variety plus attribution. There's no mint error, unfortunately. Per coin value for this one, we're going to say if it's mint state 66, we'll put it at right about 50 bucks. Okay. Not going to set any kind of a minimum grade. In other words, if they don't think it hits mint state, say 67, and they think it's a 66, they just send it back to you. They don't actually grade it. Not worried about that. Again, most of this submission is just to show you guys how we do it, and of course there's a couple things that we just want to preserve. Again, no judgments as to what you're going to be getting certified. You do you. Go ahead and click save right here once you know that it's all done. Boom. Okay, so now you've created a line item for that. Now, of course, we're going to be doing some coins other than just the 72 Denver $50. So let's hit add line item. And that is how you will add the rest of them. Alright, ship each submission as it's completed, or ship all submissions together. This is if you're doing multiple submissions in the same box. So let's say, like we just had those 10 coins that we're doing for the modern grading skill at $17, okay? Then you're also going to do, let's say we had 2 or 3 other coins that we're doing for crossover or a regrade or something like that. Something that's a different tier of grading or whatever. That would all be on a separate submission. Now, one of them could be done before the other. Let's say all 3 of the crossovers are done before the 10 coins that we're submitting for the modern grading is done. If you have this selected right here on top, which is selected right now, of course it doesn't matter with us because we're just doing one submission in this box. If you have this done, then those crossovers would be shipped first because they're done first. Or you can click this, ship all submissions together, all orders will be sent at the same time. So in other words, those crossovers would just sit there waiting for shipment back to you until your economy submission is done. Which again, doesn't matter for us because we're just doing the one submission. Please add any special instructions or requests. Here, we don't have any special instructions or requests, so we move to step 4. Alright, step 4 is your summary. Tier, modern, no service. Total number of items is 10 as you saw. Grading fee is 170 bucks because of course 10 times 17 is 170. Estimated shipping, 30 bucks. Handling fee, 10 bucks. Total $210. Now down here, grading credit note. If your account has a member join renewal grading credit, it will be applied automatically when your order is received. For example, if you have a $150 new member grading credit, which we do, And the grading fees are $200. You will only be charged the $50 for grading fees. If paying with check or money order, you may deduct your grading credit from the amount to pay. So this right here, don't freak out. Obviously, this is going to be the $210, but it'll be minus the $150 credit that we received for renewing our membership. I am not going to show you further down this page because it has some sensitive information. It's basically just my full name, where it's getting mailed to, which is just our P.O. box. Alright, here we go. It is done. Now what you gotta do is you have to hit print all submissions, which is this button right here. It'll print up 4 copies of the same thing. 3 of them are gonna be for NGC. 1 of them is gonna be for your records to keep forever and ever and ever. The 3 for NGC, it'll tell you what all they are, you know, like 1 is for shipping and 1 is for, or the shipping department, 1 is for, you know, the people that didn't take the coins and all that fun stuff. Alright, of all of that fun stuff you just printed out, you're going to have, of course, 4 copies. 1 of them is going to be for NGC itself. It just says NGC copy up here at the top left. And these wheat pennies are on here just so it can cover up sensitive information. But wanted to show you right down here, preferred form of payment. This is where you're going to actually write your Visa card number, expiration date, and make sure that the billing address and name is the same as it appears for the card right here, which would be, again, under these wheat pennies. Sign it. All right, next up is the part that freaks most people out, where you actually physically remove your coins from their safe packaging. All right, so we got the safe flips here at the ready. 2.5-inch safe flips. This is what all the major grading companies recommend that you use. PVC free, of course. One side is where you slip the coin into once you remove it from the packaging. The other side is where you will put your label, which I will show you as well. That label will have the invoice number, and it'll also have the line item number from your invoice as to which coin this is. So we're going to start with the 1972 Denver $50, which would be line item number 1. Here we go. You ready? They're going back now. Carefully remove it. I usually try to let it just kind of drop into my hand. Sometimes you gotta grab it though. Alright. There it is for the first time outside of its packaging since 1972. And it looks awesome. That is a gorgeous coin. In she goes. Alright, there it is. Once again, safe. Top right hand portion of your invoice is right here. This is your invoice number. 5895420. If the camera will focus. Alright. So we're going to grab one of these handy dandy labels off of this roll right here. And we're going to write INV number. Let's see, what was that number? 5895420. 5895420. And then right below that, line number 1. Because this is the very first thing on our invoice. Okay? Grab the other side. I always have this facing out. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get in there. Okay, so you've got the coin on one side, that on the other. Fold her in half. And there you go. Alright, very first coin of our 10 coin submission. Okay, these can be a little bit trickier. Let's go ahead and grab one of these out of here. Now I'll just grab a little stack. Sometimes they stick together, so you gotta kind of pull them apart. There we go. But what makes the 2x2s a little bit trickier, and we'll start with one of these 2019 since that's going to be line item number 2 on our invoice, is these staples. Okay? Staples are the most dangerous part of this because when removing the coin, there is a possibility that the edge of one of those staples is going to catch a coin, which would be no bueno. So what I do is I peel this edge off across just like that, okay? Peel that down, and then I grab it out. And get rid of those nasty staples. All right. Let's take a look at that. Outside of the 2x2, as you can see, it's as beautiful as we thought. Again, thank you to Leanne for these amazing coins. You have your 2x2, or well, I guess it'd be 2.5 by 2.5. Safe flip. In one side she goes. And then deglove to do another label. Right there. You can see where the edge of the labels are. Alright. And again, INV number 5895420. Confirm 5895420, yes. Line number 2. Alright, something a little bit more difficult is removing proof sets or proof coins from their mint packaging. So for this, they're not sealed by any kind of like glue or anything like that. They kind of just snap together, the two halves do, front and back. But what you got to do is figure out which side has the edge, which is this side right here. Okay, and this is solid. So what you got to do is see how hard it's going to be to separate them. If it's a little bit more difficult like this one is, I usually take something like my letter opener. Please, for the love of God, don't use a knife and cut your hand off. As it is, this is probably dangerous enough, but sorry, it's kind of hard to get a good angle on this while showing it on camera. But see, right there, they separated. If you find the edge, you can separate them, kind of peel them a little bit. Get your fingernail in there. And once you get an opposing corner done, it should stay flipped open a little bit. Fingernail all the way down. Across the back here. Almost there. The older proof sets were sealed. They were glued or sealed in some way. The newer ones, I think 1999 and up at least, clip together like this, which is nice. The last little part's always the hardest because I don't want to break the case, because even though I'm taking a coin out of this, I'll still keep the packaging because I'm weird that way. There we go. Alright. Put that out to the side, and there is your exposed coins, which of course you want to grab with gloves. With proof coins, you don't want to handle them even with gloves on the surfaces, to be honest. You especially want to be careful with those by handling them on the edge. Alright, our 10 coins have been put into their safe flips and labeled properly, as you can see here. Line number 1's our 72D. Alright, so line 4, line 3, here's line 2. I always put them in order. Alright, so we'll stack them together. And remember, even though these coins are kind of opposing each other, they are in these nice 2x2s, so there's not any chance of them getting damaged. Rubber band around them to keep them together. Okay. There we go. So they don't move. And one this way. And there's your nice little bundle of coins. Take us some bubble wrap. And build ourselves a little coin cocoon. A coin coon. You really can't be possibly any safer with these than necessary. A little bit of tape. Can never be too safe, I should say. A little bit like that. A lot more packing tape. Take it this away. All right. Ready to be put in the box. All right, so personally what we use is we just use one of these priority mail flat rate small boxes. We don't have super valuable coins that we're shipping off to them, at least not until they get a grade. I mean, who knows, if they get a super high grade, then all of a sudden they will become more valuable of a coin. If you are shipping valuable coins, of course, you want to send them registered mail, which offers a lot better insurance than just the regular priority mail. And whatever you do, don't forget to put your 3 copies of the submission form inside the box with them. Otherwise, that is going to dramatically delay everything. It doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be inside the box with your submission. Alright, let's stuff some more bubble wrap in this thing. Alright, that's it. Full of bubble wrap and taped, which of course I'm going to add some more tape to this. After this, I'll go to USPS.com and do the shipping from there, because then I can actually print out the label and put it on the box and just literally cover the whole thing in a mummy of tape. I'm going to ship it to this address right here, which of course will be at the top of your submission form as well. Okay, and then yeah, from the same website, I just have the post office come and pick it up, which is much easier than going down there and actually having to wait in line with all this coronavirus thing going on or whatnot. But anyways, yeah guys, sorry it took so long to get this final video out. Hopefully this was informational to you. Definitely trying our best to get quality content out to you guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and throw them down below. We're always here to answer questions for you. But until next time, God bless, love you all, and we will see you soon.